We'd like your family to taste lemonade flavor high-C drink mix.
If you grew up in the 1980s, your house didn't need a rule book. Your mom's voice was the law. These were the unspoken commandments every kid knew by heart. Break one, and you'd hear about it all the way through dinner, dessert, and the 10 o'clock news. Let's rewind the tape and relive the household rules that ran the decade. Number 1. No shoes on the carpet. Ever. That carpet wasn't just flooring. It was a symbol of status, cleanliness, and your mom's sanity. It didn't matter if it was beige, mint green, or that mysterious goldenrod color every house seemed to have. If she had spent the morning vacuuming it into those perfect, satisfying lines, you tiptoed like you were entering a museum. Guests got the speech, kids got the look, and if you forgot and ran through in your Reeboks, you'd hear your full name, middle included, followed by something like, "I didn't spend half the day cleaning for you to track the outside world into my house." If you were really unlucky, she'd point to the vacuum like it was a punishment device and say, "Since you messed it up, you can fix it." Nothing humbled a kid faster than vacuuming for crimes against carpet. Number 2. Don't slam the screen door. Nothing could trigger a parent in 0.3 seconds flat like the whap bang of a screen door snapping shut behind you. It didn't matter if you were running out to play, letting the dog in, or just breathing near it. If it slammed, you were getting yelled at before the door even stopped rattling. You'd hear classics like, "Are you trying to tear the house down? Do that again and you'll be the screen door." Or the very serious, "If that spring snaps, you're paying for it." And there was always that one door with the hydraulic closer that never caught up in time. So you'd hold it with one hand, stick your leg out like a Secret Service agent, and ease it shut like it was made of glass. Because one good slam, and suddenly everyone inside had something to say about it. Number 3. Do not tape over Dad's VHS.
Introducing RCA's new 900, the first remote programmable video cassette recorder. It asks you what you want to record and when, in simple language, right on the screen of your TV. So what you select on screen with this unique remote control, you'll get on videotape.
There was no crime in the 1980s more punishable than taping over something important on a VHS tape. And important could mean literally anything Dad recorded after 9 p.m. Super Bowl 15. Gone.
In the new world of video recorders, nobody offers more performance features than this one. RCA SelectaVision 650, maximum 6-hour recording time, an unsurpassed 14-day memory, and remote control special effects like slow motion, picture search.
A 2-hour documentary about trains he swore he was going to watch again? Untouchable. Every household had the drawer, the one packed with Scotch-labeled tapes reading things like "Do not erase," "Dad's shows," "Super Bowl," "Keep."
Introducing RCA's stereo video disc player, letting you enjoy great stereo entertainment and movies on your TV tonight. Basic players start at $2.99, stereo higher. RCA's stereo video disc. It'll open your eyes.
And if you popped in a tape without checking and accidentally recorded over the last 15 minutes of a game from 3 years ago? Oh, you were done. He'd squint at the TV and go, "Why is this suddenly Knight Rider?" And the room temperature dropped 20 degrees. Kids today will never know the fear of mom quietly whispering, "You'd better hope he doesn't notice," while you rewound the tape and considered running away to live in the woods. Number 4. Turn the lights off. What are we, made of money? Leaving a lamp on in an empty room was treated like a federal offense. You could walk from the kitchen to the hallway and forget one light, and instantly, someone would shout, "Hey, you made of money?" As if you'd personally spiked the electric bill into bankruptcy. Parents in the 80s had a sixth sense for wasted electricity. They could be dead asleep, TV blaring, but the moment a 40-watt bulb stayed on in the bathroom, boom, "Who left this light on?" And you'd try to defend yourself, "I was coming right back." But nope, didn't matter. That light was costing the family its future. There were follow-up lines too, always classics. "We don't live at Disneyland. The electric company thanks you for the donation." "You think General Electric is your grandma?" Did any of us know what the electric bill actually cost? Absolutely not. But based on the yelling, we were pretty sure it was somewhere between a mortgage payment and the national debt. Number 5. Do not use the good scissors for crafts. Every 1980s household had a pair of good scissors, so sacred they might as well have been blessed by the Pope. They usually lived in a sewing kit, a kitchen drawer, or hanging on a wall hook with an invisible alarm system only moms could detect. And there was always another pair, the crusty, half-dull kid scissors covered in glue and mystery gunk that you were actually allowed to use. But did that stop us? Of course not. The moment you grabbed the shiny silver sewing scissors to cut construction paper, felt, or heaven forbid, cardboard, you could feel a disturbance in the force. Moms had a sixth sense for it. She'd appear in the doorway like a horror movie villain. "Are those my sewing scissors?" You'd panic, drop them like they were radioactive, and pretend you were just looking at them. Using the good scissors for crafts was a crime punishable by lifetime ban from the craft box, 3 lectures, and a guilt trip about those scissors costing real money. And somehow, even if you wiped them off, she knew. Always. All right, before you wander off and leave every light in the house on, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll keep cranking out the nostalgia. You just tap it and we'll call it even. And if you're hanging out on Facebook, come join the chaos over there too. We've got jokes, memories, and at least 3 people still arguing about who taped over the Super Bowl with Fraggle Rock. Number 6. 1 soda a day, if that.
Tap Cola, what a beautiful drink. Tap Cola, for beautiful people. Tap Cola, you're beautiful to me. Real cola tastes just 1 calorie. Tap Cola, what a beautiful drink.
In the 1980s, soda was a precious, almost sacred commodity. You didn't just crack open a can of Tab, RC Cola, or Hi-C Ecto Cooler on a whim. No, every fizzy beverage came with a set of unspoken rules. 1 per day, and make it count.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I can hear and feel it when the clock strikes 3. I can touch and taste it, I'm finally free. 'Cause it's my time, it's up to me. I see when it's up to me.
If you dared sneak a second, you risked the legendary parental glare that could curdle milk from across the room.
Some kids still dig surfing in California pans, just cruising up and down the coast in psychedelic vans.
Soda wasn't just a drink, it was a lesson in self-control. You learned to savor every last bubble, tilt the can just right to avoid fizz explosions, and stretch that carbonation like it was liquid gold. And heaven forbid you finished it too quickly. "Do you think we're made of money?" was always waiting, somewhere between a sigh and a full-blown lecture. Sharing a soda with your sibling was a complicated negotiation, half for you, half for them, and maybe a tiny sip for mom if she walked by. By the time you turned 10, you could balance the perfect pour, maximize fizz, and negotiate soda diplomacy like a pro. 1 can a day wasn't just a rule, it was a rite of passage. Number 7. Eat what's in the freezer first. In the 1980s, the freezer was a sacred battlefield of last week's leftovers, frozen veggies, and the occasional frozen treat you begged for. But the unspoken rule in every household was clear. You ate what was already in there before touching anything new. That meant the mystery meatloaf from Monday? Gone. The slightly freezer-burned chicken nuggets from the week before? Gone. Only then could you even glance at the new box of pizza rolls or that shiny pack of TV dinners your mom had just bought. This wasn't just about being frugal, it was about training kids in patience, discipline, and the fine art of rotating perishables. You learned early how to strategically portion slices, hide that extra ice cream bar for later, or negotiate a trade with your siblings. "I'll take the chicken nuggets if you leave me the corn dogs." By the time you hit middle school, freezer management skills were basically second nature. Eating what's in the freezer first wasn't just a rule, it was survival 101. And number 8, close the fridge. This isn't the mall. Open the fridge for more than 3 seconds, and someone would materialize behind you to deliver the classic line, "Are we air conditioning the whole neighborhood?" Slam. Problem solved. Number 9, you break it, you bought it, especially remotes. Those brick-like remotes were family heirlooms. If it slipped behind the couch or lost its back cover, you were already on thin ice. Electrical tape was the only approved repair method. Before we shut this thing down, let's check out a few of the gems you all dropped on the last video. These comments are absolute gold, and I love every one of them. Keep them coming. Drop your best 1980s house rules or childhood offenses down below. Your story might show up on screen in the next video. Number 10. Only one friend can sleep over. Maybe. Asking for a sleepover felt like filing legal paperwork. 1 friend was a favor, 2 was chaos. 3, your mom acted like you were trying to host Lollapalooza in the den. And somehow we survived. Rule following, soda rationing, good scissor fearing and all. Got another household law your parents enforced like the Constitution? Drop it in the comments. Your memory might just make the next list.